Zee-ba-da-ba-dee-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum-boom. Oh, it is good to be back. Hello, travelers of the internet, and welcome back to Guardian Studios. My name is JGuardo1, and I am your host, your guide, and your humble bard into the world's virtual. And I'm very pleased to welcome you all back to the channel, or in the case of the newcomers, welcome you fresh to the Guardian Studios experience, and welcome you all back to the worlds of Minecraft. We're diving back into the world of Crumbach, where we have so much to do. We've been making some steady progress on expanding the treehouse base with a new platform. We've got this main house platform where I've got my bedroom up inside one of the treetops. But there is room for so much more, even beyond that. There are so many ideas going around in my head to make this even cooler than it already is. And I really want to get those plans rolling in motion. Did that tree really just grow to be a tiny one? I mean, it looks tiny compared to the ones I've been working with. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? At the end of last session, I planted a 2x2 of saplings to grow another big jungle tree. And it went and fouled up on me. Instead of growing into a super tall jungle tree, it grew to a much smaller jungle tree. Well, I guess if nothing else, I get some wood out of it. But I really need another tall jungle tree. It's not really a matter of being ungrateful for the tree itself. It's a matter of I have a plan, and it needs a big jungle tree in order to work. So the fact that it didn't grow big like it was supposed to, kind of a bummer. Kind of a major bummer, actually. Go ahead and come over here. I want to feed the cows real quick. That is a lot of cows. I can only imagine how much beef I'm gonna get when I actually, you know, harvest my meat, harvest my beef supplies from the cattle. Okay, the rain just coming on, it's got me a little bit concerned. I'm gonna go up here just in case this turns out to be... Alright, it's not a thunderstorm. It's still a little concerning. I really don't want to have to deal with a thunderstorm if I can avoid it. I'll start putting the stuff I'm farming in a separate chest from all my building supplies. Otherwise, my resources are going to overflow my storage capacity completely. And I don't need that. I don't need that to happen. So boop, 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 and a boom. Alright, please tell me that tree is gonna grow into a big one. Ow. Well, that hurt. Well, if nothing else, I get some extra saplings out of it, too. That's good, I guess. For the record, this is not going to remain as a means of getting up here. Eventually, I'm going to make it so that I've got water elevators that I can get into, but the monsters cannot. So that I can go up, I can get up into the treehouse area without having to leave vines behind for monsters to climb. At the very least, that's the hope. That is a hope that I have for what the base will become. A safe haven in the treetops. The ancient jungle people would have established these tree houses to ensure that they had a safe place to escape to get away from the wild animals on the jungle floor. Not to mention all the monsters. All the zombies, the undead skeletons, the giant spiders, and of course the ever so dangerous in enclosed spaces such as the jungle, or the dense jungle, the creeper. Yeah, I'm trying to come up with lore for this place. It's one of the things I used to love doing with my worlds. Coming up with lore. Coming up with stories. I like doing that. It's just been a while since I've been able to do it. Because I hadn't been on a fresh world. But now, I am on a fresh world. And I can do it again. Straight from the get-go. Let's see, can I make it grow? It's still not big enough. Still not tall enough. I don't want to have to keep chopping down trees because the darn thing won't grow one big enough. Come on, game, work with me here. I mean, I guess I could. I could almost work with this. I am gonna have to chop it down though, because yeah, that's not tall enough. I am really getting tired of it growing trees that are not tall enough to suit my needs. I need one that is super tall. I need one as tall as this one. And this one. Heck, I'd settle for one that's as big as this one. Can I please have another tree that size? Oh, crud. Yup. Hey, Leo. Good to see you, my dude. How you doing? You doing alright? I hope so. I hope you're doing real good, pal. It's good to see ya. Glad you can make it to the stream. Hop, hop, hop. Zombie died. Good. Nice! Nice, nice, nice. That's cool. I'm glad to hear things are going well. That right. I wonder if I bone meal this, will it grow above the leaves? It won't grow at all. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, dimwit. I had a feeling this is what would happen if I did that. Darn. It's close getting to the point where I'm going to resign to the fact that I may have to make another artificial tree. I don't want to have to do that, though. I'd rather the trees that I use as the main platform supports be natural, unless I specifically have a reason to make a fake tree. I'm doing pretty good, Leo. Thank you for asking. Thank you very much for asking. Just trying to grow a tree that I can use to support my tree house. Plan for this session is to make the second platform be able to be used as a space for crop farming and gardening and whatever you want to call it. The trees are just proving themselves to be very stubborn. They don't want to grow to the right height. I need one like that. Or that. Or that. It keeps growing trees that are smaller. Because there is a flaw to living up in the treetops in this treehouse idea. Monsters are spawning all over the place down below whenever there's not enough light down there. But this feeds into the story of the treehouse, because it's not going to be just one treehouse, it's going to be a whole tree village by the time I'm done. The idea being that there was this group, could be tribe, could be a whole nation or whatever, that settled in the jungle, and they lived up here in the treetops. Helps get them away from all the monsters in the underground. Crafting ways to get down to the ground and the underground to gather what resources they need from down there, and still be able to get back up into the trees where it was safe for the night. Hey, it's a good idea for a project. All you need is a lot of big trees. All you need is some big trees to support the structure, and a little bit of time to work on it. But seriously, the trees are not wanting... This tree is not wanting to grow to the height that I need. I need it to be like this one and this one, or else like this one, towering up into the sky. Or like that one over there, which might get converted into something. That might end up being like a storage tree. Might make it in like a storage silo kind of build. We'll see. We'll see. Almost like a skyscraper. Yep. Kinda. Kinda. I think, if that's what you're talking about. I might be a little confused, but I don't know. Alright, gotta grab these saplings, because I don't want to waste them. Yeah, I need tall trees. And my plan is that I might make this farm tree, this farming area, be layered. Kind of do it in like layers where, okay, the top is the crop farm. Next level down, cows. Next level below that, pigs, chickens, sheep. Because not all these slabs are going to stay where they are. Some of them are going to get moved around. And eventually I'm going to make it so that there's support structures built up around the trees lower down, so that it makes sense how this can all be up here, structurally speaking. Just a matter now of waiting for that tree to grow. Or going down there and trying to make it grow myself. Yeah, that did not go well. Sweet! It actually grew right! It grew to the right height this time. At least I think it did. Let's go up and take a look. Yeah. Why can't I go up? Oh, that's why. I was pressing into the wrong spot. Oh, nice. It even got a little bit taller than these two over here. Nice. Alright, so that's good. That's gonna make this a lot easier. They have no idea what's coming. Oops. Did not mean to put that there. Uh-oh. I was placing those very wrong. That there, that there. That there. Do-ba-doo. Do-do-do-do-do-do. A-ba-ba-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-doo. Hey, thank you for the rules, Leo. Always appreciate when you provide them, my friend. Always appreciate it. I'm trying to make this platform nice and wide. That's part of why I've got these trees spaced out the way I do. So I've got lots of room. Lots of room to maneuver, lots of room to put in some storage. Because let's face it, with Minecraft, there's not really any such thing as too much storage. There's so many items in this game to collect. It gets a little bit mind-boggling. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. That'll work. Provides plenty of light. Fairly evenly spaced. Aye, not bad, eh? Alright, let's make some more slabs. More slabs! More slabs! Let me make some more slabs. Please. Whoops. Oops. That was not medicine. The burning you feel? It is shame. Shame that I hadn't tried something like this before. At the very least, not in a long time. I am so glad I decided to try this kind of build. What one did I just say for the medic line? What one did I just say? I've honestly already gone blank on what one I said. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, I like that one. I've never played the game. I've seen the, I've seen a ton of fan-made animations. I've seen the official Meet the Crew animations. They're all very, very entertaining. All the characters have interesting personalities. I don't care for some of the language that gets involved, but I do enjoy the animations, and I enjoy the characters and their apparent personalities. Very, very entertaining. Not bad, eh? This is gonna work. This is gonna work. We are going to have a very, very safe base up here. I know we are. Ooh. I do have to remove one little piece from this particular tree. Gotta make sure I've got my head space. Gotta have clearance for my head. Low bridge. Hum hum. Nice thing is, this will provide a good shelter for any cows, pigs, or anything that I put in pens under here. Because that's possible. That's likely to happen. Now it's just a matter of figuring out where am I actually going to put the where am I actually going to put the crop farm? I'm thinking now what I want to do is where these torches are, set up water, and then just do the 4 block radius squares around each torch and its corresponding waterlogged slab, and then put slabs underneath that to hold the water, keep it from falling all over everything, and then set up the set up the crops on that dirt. And it's going to be set up so that I can easily put in all 4 crop types from the overworld. Carrots, potatoes, beetroot, and, of course, wheat. Gonna need to farm a lot of wheat, because we're going to be doing a lot of cow farming. Now, some might say, why don't you just put the cows in a proper pen down below and connect your base to that directly? Yeah, could. Not going to. Not in that regard, anyway. Not in that way. It's just going to be a matter of how am I going to put this stuff in place. Unfortunately, I don't have much in the way of scaffolding. In fact, I don't have any scaffolding because I don't have any string. has it got in its nasty little pockets? String! Or nothing. Now, in this case, I have nothing. I have no string to speak of. Which is not good, because there's no way to easily get string around here. I'd have to go hunt spiders at night. And in the jungle, that is beyond treacherous. Way above and beyond treacherous. It's like asking to get my butt handed to me on a silver platter. Or else hand it to the zombies on a silver platter. Honestly, I think that's a more accurate statement. I'd basically be handing my butt to the zombies on a silver platter. The spiders, too. And don't even get me started on the creepers. That's a lot of cattle. It's gonna be insane harvesting beef from all those guys. Hum dum 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 dum. So yeah, the question becomes, how am I going to do this in a way that works? Best idea I can come up with is to make use of slabs, full blocks, and stairs and work it into form. Yeah, that wasn't good. Let's see here. There we go. And now... Now it'll be a matter of knocking out some slabs, placing dirt, and putting slabs on the underside of that dirt. Whoop! Splash! Hmm. Think how to do this. Hmm. You know what? I gotta put myself up in the trees so I can swap out my water. I think I'm running low again. Hmm. I'll think on this for just a minute. I will be right back. Alright, I've got my water again. Gotta think. How am I gonna put the slabs on the undersides? Hmm. Got some ideas. But all my ideas involve coming up from underneath, which is going to be a pain. Because coming up from underneath to put in slabs to make the bottom of everything for the garden, that's going to be tedious, slow, and difficult. Especially since we don't have scaffolding. This is why, once again, I must say, it'd be nice if we had more ways of getting string. Is there any villager that sells string? Hmm. I'm looking into that question, and it doesn't look like there is. Alright, so the way to get string from villagers is exactly what I was afraid it was. You'd have to grind up cats, and I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that if I can avoid it. Be nice if you could break wool down into string. I mean, the wool we use for when wool is used in making clothes and things in real life, you first gotta turn the fibers into a string or thread, and then turn that into the thing you were using that material to make. Okay, that was not a block that I was trying to break. I blinked. Hmm. Chow down on a steak. Let me see here. Need more axes, need more dirt. Let's see here. Hmm. Oh, oh, pardon me for a second while I stretch. Oh, that hurt. Oh, that really hurt. But also felt so good. Mmm. Owie. Ouch. Ooh, okay, I got some blocks over here that I didn't realize I had. Alright, bamboo. Alright. Let me see here. I've got copper. I'll make a bunch of axes this time. Once I make some more sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should give me plenty of axes to chop up this wood over here. Hmm. Zadum bum bum babidum. Babadum babadiddy baba. Hmm. Hmm. Skip all these slabs. Hmm. Am I already full? Wow. Alright, let's go. That's better. And now to put in the dirt. I'm gonna have to dig up a whole bunch of dirt to use for this. It's a little annoying, but considering the rewards, I think it's worth it. I just don't know where I'm gonna get all that dirt. Unless there's some at the old campsite still. Ugh, pardon me. There is very little dirt, but it's something. Oh. Meh. Hmm. Hmm. Gotta think. How am I gonna do this? And where am I gonna get the dirt from that I need? Guess I could shave a little off the edges and the top of some of the hills around here. Oh, that's not dirt, that's granite. Whoops. My bad. In the chest, they looked so similar. What was that? What was that doing there? yeah, that annoyed me. There we go. Now it's a matter of putting water in place to hydrate all this once it's tilled, and set up the layers below. But I think that is going to have to wait until another session, everybody. I really appreciate y'all coming around to the stream. I hope everybody had a good time. Hope you enjoyed the stream, whether you were watching live or otherwise. If you did, please be sure to leave likes and comments and subscribe if you haven't already done it. And when you do subscribe, my friends, do not forget that it is all free. You can always change your mind later, and that you ought to go ahead and smack that notification bell so that you don't miss the next stream or video. And with that all being said, thank you once again for watching. I am JGuard01, your guide, your bard, and your humble host into the world's virtual. And I'll see y'all next time right here on Guardian Studios. Bye!